We back in the house now. Yes, yes. Listen, boy, I usually be playing my music, but hey, things change. We got to go with the flow. Sometimes we got to do what we don't want to do, but hey, we're going to persevere. That's the whole thing. That's the name of this game, what we call life. Listen, we got some good stuff tonight. We're dealing with a spiritual thing. It's always a spiritual thing. It's got to be spirit before it manifests into the physical. They're just law of the universe. Everything starts with thought, and it starts in mind. Then it manifests. So you got mind, idea, and manifestation. And that's what we're working under. In. Because we are moving and having our beings inside of the divine mind. And our jobs are to come down here and to become masterminds, to understand God itself, the universe, and ourselves, and to have dominion over all of that. And in my teachings, what I'm teaching, we're getting to that level of understanding. It's a gradual process. If you ever seen a video with the ocean waves, the ocean tides, they go like this, gradually. And then they go into the shore. That's how this universe is set up. That's how the energy that is moving about you, in you, through you, around you, that is how it's moving, just like that, gradually. It's a subtle energy. It's a subtle energy. And it's so light. It's so light that we can't even feel it through our central nervous system, how light it is. But it's divine, and it's connected to us, and it empowers us, and it just makes us so delightful and so grateful to be here at this particular time and learning these bodies of knowledge. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And that's why I teach and tell people, know thyself. When you know thyself, you know the natures of this world and how they move, and you know the universe, and then you'll better know your divine creator that is within you. That is within you. Yes, just remember that you partaking heir and joint heirs to the divine experience. This is a divine experience. And once we get to that point and understand that, life will get a little bit more smoother for us, And that's what we aiming for. Because we need people to become masterminds, control their own destiny. We don't need people to dictate our destiny for us and control our own self. We weren't designed and built for that. But people understand, the 1%ers understand how this universe works and how to manipulate us in order to control our flow and our energy. That's how this works. And today, we're dealing with a simple word. We're dealing with a simple word. But it's so powerful. And sometimes it's misleading because people don't realize how powerful this word is. So we got to gather all our energy back off of this one word. Off of this one word. Because the simple fact, the reason why I say that is, I remember a time when I walked across the carpet floor, no shoes on, and I grabbed a dough dog, and it shot me, And so the thing is, we got to know that we have electricity and magnetism running through our body. We is that. We is light. And that's the word we're dealing with, light. And in basically what a lot of people fail to realize, that light can illuminate things so you can see things, but too much light will blind you. You can't see nothing. Everything in this universe, everything that is in the realm of the divine mind is balanced in order. You got an extreme side, and then you got an extreme side. That's how this works. And in the middle, that's where we stand. That's where we need to be. We need to stay right there in the middle and let the male and the female principle, this energy, work through us and for us. And we got so much scientific evidence proving that this universe is created by opposite forces that work together. Listen, let me tell you something. Opposite forces that work together to create all things. And it's so intelligent. It's so intelligent that it'll make your head spin. You got to think about all the things that we see, all the different animals, all the different people, all the different buildings, all the different lifestyle, all this stuff. Trees and different, you got different trees in South America than you do in North America. It's this intelligence, and we connected to that intelligence. That's why it chose mind to communicate with us. But let's deal with light. Light is a divine essence in us, and it works through us. And what people don't realize, that when we dealing with light, we dealing with a dual principle. Because light can mean, well, you turn on the light, or it could mean wisdom or intelligence, knowledge. You get what I'm saying? So this is what we got to realize. But in the case of the biblical text, what we be dealing with over here is the biblical text. How they coded it and made it where you take it literally and not understand the scientific, metaphysical side of it, then guess what? You lost. You going astray. Brightness, radiance, energy, that which makes things visible. That's what light is. Brightness, radiant energy, that which makes things visible. See, we dealing with energy. It's not the bulb that we call the light. It's the energy behind it that goes into the bulb and make it light up. Without the bulb, you wouldn't be able to see the light unless it's thunder and lightning. You can't see it, the power, with the naked eye, but you can feel it through your nervous system. And why I'm choosing this word today, for many reasons, is because of the simple fact is a lot of people are under the spiritual illumination. They're under the mindset of thinking, when they read light in the Bible, that is literally talking about a light bulb. But what it's talking about, intelligent, wisdom. And you can go through the scriptures and choose the verses that got light in it, and then you can dissect it. You can dissect. You'll know which one it is, because light got a lot of purpose. A lot of purpose. Spiritual illumination. That's one of them. And that's what we dealing with today. Spiritual illumination. See, so we gotta open our hearts and mind to understand that truly been misled. And it's the understanding purpose in mind. When we dealing with a light, it's dealing with understanding. And the purpose and the principle of it is to show us how to do our light work, what we need to work on within ourselves. That's the light we talk about, a spiritual illumination. There's so many people walking around here that is in psychological traumas because they won't take the time out and do spiritual work on themselves. But you need light to operate on yourself. You need light. And you need the spiritual illumination to guide you, to show you what you need to fix on you and in you. The understanding principle in mind, the divine order. It always comes first into consciousness. Ain't that something? It always comes first. Light is first. That's why in the Bible it say, listen, I need y'all to hear what I'm finna tell y'all. Let there be light. And what he was saying, let there be intelligence. Let there be wisdom. Because it takes intelligence in order for the divine spirit to hover and move through this universe in order to orderly do things and put them in their right places. And that's what we got to remember. I'm teaching you God. Action. The divine mind. The Godhead. Because somewhere we lost it. And we can regain it anytime. Anytime. Because it's eternal. Anything is eternal is real reality. Everything that changes is not reality. Anything. I don't care what it is. But it says, the understanding principle in mind, in divine order, it always, ain't no, it might be doing it this time or it might not. It always come first. Always come first. Always come first in consciousness. Well, what we dealing with? We dealing with the intelligence. The intelligence is always first in consciousness in order to create intelligently. You don't want and I know people gonna hit me for this, but I got to say it. You don't want your baby to come out and don't have an arm and a leg. It's an intelligence that sees the blueprint of a human being and creates that blueprint. Let me say it again. It's an intelligence in the consciousness of the oversoul that we in, and it creates perfectly, with precision. That's what we dealing with. We ain't dealing with a man principle. We dealing with a highly intelligent substance, energy that creates. And it's saying light, divine understanding. It comes to consciousness first and foremost. Light is a symbol of wisdom. It's a symbol of wisdom. Why? Because if you can't see to do things and learn things and get to understand things, you'll still be in darkness. Life is a progression. It keep progressing. It don't never go backwards. And I know many people say, well, we was just in the age of Pisces, now we moving backwards in the age of Aquarius, where everything got a cycle. And it seems to be that the way the astrologers sided up saying that we moving backwards, but even though the age is moving backward, the energy is steady propelling forward. Eternally. It's just like that. And it's steady expanding. And that's the way this universe is set up, and that's the way we are set up. We ever expanding. Consciously. It's a symbol of wisdom. When Jesus said, I am the divine in you, the divine in you, the light, the divine in you, I am the light. And what he's saying is, listen, I am intelligence. I bring light of intelligence, of wisdom, from consciousness, not from this physical form, because this physical form is the illusion or the manifestation of the mind and the ideal. Christ is just the ideal perfect man, and all of us that need to be manifested, the Christ consciousness to be manifested and take back dominion on earth and in heaven, if we want to point that way. But you need to point inside for heaven and outside of this body for earth. Because the body is part of this construct. Regardless of whatever you think, the body is part of this construct. That is why we saying we go through a spiritual warfare. Well, the 1% is keeping your attention on other things so you won't address the real battle. And the real battle is to get mind over matter, to become a mastermind. When people speak of certain patriarchs in the past, the ancestors in the past, they should say mastermind, like Buddha, a mastermind. Shiva, mastermind. Vishnu, mastermind. Brahman, mastermind. Atman, mastermind. Jehovah, mastermind. Abraham, mastermind. Moses, mastermind. See, we don't understand these things. These people was masterminds because they understood the illumination, what's going on inside of them, the electricity, the magneticism that's going on inside of them, and how divine intelligence is within us, and how the oversoul of all of us that we move and have our being is so divine and intelligence and orchestrating and moving about in this planet and on this universe plane that it just blow your mind. And that's why they want to hide and hide the truth about the flat earth. Because they know, if you understand that the earth is flat and how the torus field moves about over here, under here, then you'll understand scientifically how to create things that they couldn't have no control over. So we have to be mindful of ourselves, this universe, nature, and then we'll know the truth about God. See, I'm seeking truth. I'm understanding truth. I'm acknowledging myself with truth. Not this fake reality. This reality, what you see, this flesh is part of this construct. And that's what the spirit is warring against the flesh. And they say it in the Bible. But let's go on. It say, I am the light of the world. The energy of the world. Now, if people stop and think, if Jesus can light up the whole world, what the other 8 billion people gonna do? Just stand by and let him? No, it's metaphoric. Jesus spoke in parables in order for us to understand it, that when he talking about himself, he talking about every man on this planet got this power in them. It's connected to the divine, just like him. The mystics that wrote that the Bible, they understood these things and they knew how to put it in a mysterious way or allegoric way, because they knew that it was going to be people that come along that going to want to know the truth. And to delay their knowledge or coming to self-knowledge, they put it in there coded. But see, this the game. They had to give it to us. They can't hide the truth. You got to listen. I don't know if y'all watch vampire movies back in the day, but back in the day, in order for the vampire to come into your house, you had to give the vampire permission. In the movies. That's what Hollywood did. Listen what I'm telling you. They got to give you the truth because it's universal. It can't be hidden. It only can be changed in a way and moved in a way. Energy, you can't hide it. You can't destroy it. You can't do it. You can't do nothing negative to it. You got to make it in a way where the people don't recognize it. And that's what they did through the Bible. In other books, I just use the Bible because I'm in America. But the thing is, they need your permission for everything. When King James wrote this book, he needed the people's permission to write this in code. He needed the permission. When they do anything, when they cut off your lights or water bill, they need your permission. When the presidents are being elected or selected, they need your permission. They need your permission for everything on this planet, good or bad to you, or you know it or not. They need your permission. If you don't give them permission, they can't do nothing to you or against you. But once they trick you into submitting to them or what they stand for, then you back enslaved again. Mental slavery, spiritual slavery. And then you know what's next. Physical slavery. So this is why we need the light of the world, because we all are that light. This construct cannot run without us. If we're not here, that is nothing. We're so powerful the animals will leave. That's how powerful we is. Without us, it'll break apart. And he meant that he was the expresser of truth in all aspects. Listen, let me read it again. When Jesus tell you, I am the light of the world, he is simply saying he meant that he was the expresser of truth in all aspects. He expressing truth in all aspects. And that's what we got to get back to express truth in everything we do, see, hear, touch, taste, everything. We got to express truth because that is our nature. Is in God can't lie. God cannot lie. The I am that is in you cannot lie. He cannot steal. He cannot do these things. He perfect. It's perfect. You are perfect. You just put on an imperfect vacation suit called a body to experience this realm. How light can be not perfect? How can a bundle of light be not perfect? And that's what we have to realize. You cannot be not perfect. You cannot be. You cannot be not perfect because light can't be unperfect. I don't care what nobody say. It cannot be. And so when people be saying, well, you ain't this and you ain't that, well, the thing is, you got to remember that you perfect. We was talking on the channel yesterday, and I was explaining to them respect. That means to look again, over again. So what respect is, saying this is your body, and behind my hand is your spiritual self. So when people approach you, see, they just look at you. They don't respect you. Because if they respect themselves in the spiritual divine mind, they know they spirit in divine light. They will see past this physical and go to the spiritual part. And we will connect more and we will receive each other more. Because that's how we are. The trick and the illusion is that we this body and we these cars and we these positions and we these things and all that nature. All them things got their places and fine. I love all of them because I want y'all to be filthy rich. I want you to be healthy. This body to be healthy. I want you to have joy, unspeakable joy running up through there. And I want you to have divine happiness. And I want you to be so successful, moving from one success to another success. I want you to be so prosperous that when you look back on your life and all the millions that you don't help people with to achieve success in their lives, that it didn't even touch you a little bit. I want you to be infinite with divine wisdom of how to make money and how to live. I want for you the same things I want for myself. So I'm not saying these things is not needed. They are needed to be used so the truth can get out there. You don't get these things just to get them and just to be like the prodigal son, just go and waste them. No, you get them so you can build a platform and build a divine lifestyle so you can teach truth, how it really is, how we really should be. That's what the wealth is for. Yeah, I want a yacht too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mansions and Bentleys and Rolls Royces and BMW Sports and G-Wagon. Yeah. I got some of them things, but that don't make you a blurky. Because all of that is part of the construct. All of that is part of the construct. Because when you, the God force, pop out of this body, everything gonna fall down. Boom. And if it stay in one place, the earth and the weeds and the trees will overgrow it. And it's gonna melt right back into the construct. It's gonna melt right back into the construct. Just think about it. If you go get a parked car, even though the car got rubber, metal, plastic, fiberglass, and all of that, you just go park that car in a grassy place, and it ain't really got to be that grassy place, and just let it sit there. In due time, you won't even see that car. Why? Because it's part of the construct. The nature is going to build up around it. And so when we understand that we're light, that we going to move up out of this body. Oh, that's a dynamic thing. That's a dynamic thing. But now, when you read these books and you see that word, remember, it's got different meanings. It can be a noun, a verb, an adjective. Light can be a lot of different. You can rearrange it in sentences different ways. But I want you to keep this in mind, that you are light. Light is like the inner, the illumination of the spirit. Bright light residing in the center of every man's body. It's illumination of spirit residing in every man. Listen, this body cannot move, have its being in no place without no energy pumping it. Magnetic energy. Magnetic electromagnetic energy. Dang, I can't say it right. You got to have this energy in you in order to move about, to be mobile. If not, you're going to be stiff. This energy is very important. And when you breathe in oxygen. When you breathe out, you breathe out carbon. Well, if you do this example, and you do this, you're going to say, boy, this man is on something. If you go and get a glass jar with a top, put a candle in there, light that candle, perfect. But as soon as you put that top on there, that fire inside of there, over. Why? Because the oxygen is gone. What? Yeah, that's how this work. You work the same way. If you hold your breath and stop letting oxygen get into the place where this energy force at, because this energy need the oxygen, and if you stop getting oxygen inside of yourself, church over. That's what happens. The oxygen leaves, and then the spirit say, okay, I can't dwell in this temple no more. I got to get up out of here. You're light. You're power. Is this avatar, we use it to move about here. You ain't nothing but spirit. And that's the truth, or one of the truths, that Jesus say, I am the light of the world. That's why he said that. See, these are the things that we got to come up on and understand. And when this hits you and sinks into your subconscious, you're going to view life a different way. And it's the truth that will make you free. And when you see the base reality, or what you call heaven, within yourself, then your whole thing change. So the inner light that is in you, it's an illuminating spirit. And the energy that's in here is enclosed by this physical body that we see. That's what we see. Yes, it is. And so that's what people got to realize. Let me go to this scripture right here. Go to this scripture. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, this thing is simple, man. I try to keep it simple as I possibly can to get you to understand that you're being taught wrong to a degree. Well, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. You hold on to something because you're looking at it literally, but it ain't literally. It's a scientific coding, and you got to use a scientific technique or method to decode it. You got to. You got to use other books and other spiritualities and other languages and everything. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now we're using it on, we can use it on the weight scale of heavy and light. But what I want you to understand from this point of view is this right here, is when man do things, they add more weight onto you. And it makes you imperfect. They put chaos all in your mind with duality. When the dual force is one force, but they won't tell you it's good and they won't tell you bad, but it all work together. It's the same thing, but different ends of the spectrum that comes together in order for this universe, the nature, and man to thrive. Without one, you through. You got to have both of them. And once we can grab that concept, we're going to be better. But what it's saying is, for my yoke is easy. My yoke is easy. Well, let's see what yoke is. Let's see what yoke is. Because, see, a lot of people don't take the time out and just break it down. You know what I mean? Just make sure, you know, you can understand this thing to the point where you fall back in love with it. Because you know the truth. It feels so good to know the truth. Do like, is everything perfect now? Because we part of a collective. But once you become mastermind and get above that, that's when you smoking. Yeah. They use a yoke. They use a yoke. Listen what he's saying. They use a yoke to pair two things. What he's telling you is it's two things working. You working your side, and the divine energy working its side with you is parallel. The physical man is here and the spiritual man is here. Y'all parallel, working together, going down eternal road. But now guess what? The physical man gonna drop off while the spiritual man keep moving on. Somewhere down the line. That's why a yoke, they put two oxen side by side in order to plow the field. He's saying my yoke is easy. Ain't no hard work on that one. It's eternal. We can make this thing easy, we can make it hard. Which one you want to do? And my burdens, just telling the truth, that's light work. You got dark work that you got to do within yourself, and then you got light work that you got to bring forth the light to illuminate and help people see where they erring in, or where the ignorance at. Because that's what make people fall, is ignorance of self, of the universe, of God, the divine mind. And that's what we got to remember. And I know a lot of people be like, dang, man, I ain't see it like this. Well, the thing is, you got to open your mind. You got to get out of that comfort zone and seek new knowledge. And graduate, because it's all about opening your mind to true reality. This ain't true reality. And this is the condemnation. This is the condemnation that the light has come into the world. And men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Darkness is representing ignorance in this text. Light is representing wisdom or intelligence. Truth that you know will set you free. It will shed light on the path. But darkness is represented with ignorance. And they will be walking around blind. You'll be walking around here blind, because you got to think about it. If we dealing with an intelligent entity, or stuff, or thing, or energy, whatever how you want to do it, you got to line up, because it's order. It's orderly. And what you got to order, you got to have the truth in you. You got to rock with the truth. What you are. You light, you spirit. What it say? The illumination of spirit residing in the center of every man's being. That's what you are. True fact. This true fact. You think you this body. And that's wrong thinking. When you think you light or spirit or energy, that's right thinking. If you think you intelligence, that's right energy. That's right thinking. Then you become the mastermind. That's what we working. That is our sole premise, to become mastermind in order to have dominion over everything. That everything is us, because everything is in us. And we in the all. The mind. So we got to master the mind. And that's what a lot of people ain't understanding. Let me do one more. I like this one too. Let me see. Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. I love doing this. You know, I want people to come over here and chat with me. I'm going to set it up where we can chat and have some bills where we can talk about things and they can show me what they see, and because I'm willing to grow. I'm truth. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. That's every man on this planet. When you see Jesus Christ, you just look at every man every person, everything on this planet. That's all it is. It ain't. This is a science book coded. But anyway, what it's telling you, it was already spoken. Didn't God say? God said, "Let there be light." He commanded the light, intelligence, the thing that is hovering through us in everywhere and every place you go is intelligent. He said, who commanded light. He said, let there be light. Let there be intelligence. That's what this is. Mind, ideal, manifestation. If God did it that way, that's the way we got to do it. And we got to have an intelligent mind. So the mind got to be tuned and shaped back into the real reality is eternally. Fake reality is temporarily. And that's the move we got to make mentally. So by meditating on things day and night and praying without ceasing, I mean, within yourself, just be thankful. Let me show you how to, let me go back to this. This is one of the affirmations that you can do every day. I am the light of the world. Just say that within yourself. Just say that within yourself. I am the light of the world within yourself. Transformation will take place. See, these are done with methods, and this is how it go. You got to say all the positive things you can say about yourself, truthful things. And then when you start saying these things, the subconscious start obeying what you don't put in the program. And then everything will start being, you can see everything. Because you be so illuminated, because you already don't reclaim the divine light back in yourself. If y'all don't do it, I do it. Prove all things. With that being said, know thyself, love thyself, and be true to thyself. Peace out. And y'all have a beautiful weekend. And I see y'all 7 o'clock Central Time, Sunday. Thank y'all. Peace and one love. Peace out.